Okay, hi. I did my P4 shadowing visit at Civic Center Pharmacy. It's a compounding pharmacy over in Scottsdale. They do a lot of hormone replacement therapy. Um, they do creams, gels. They make their own capsules. They have injectables. They have a sterile room for sterile injectables, sterile products. Um, so they do a wide range of stuff. Plus, on top of that, they have a little retail pharmacy with normal prescriptions like Synthroid and Lisinopril, stuff like that. Um, they make products for patients themselves. Patients will bring in their prescription and will make their cream or whatever it is to take for them to take home with them later at a different time, obviously. But then they also make compounded projects for doctor's offices for things that need to be injected on site, things that the doctors inject, things that the patient can inject, but they have to be observed for a while afterwards, some immunotherapy. They also do different allergy shots, and they just have a big array of different allergens that they can mix together, like a different recipe for each person based on what they're allergic to. The P4 student that I shadowed basically was just like a tech and did most of the compounding projects. He did a lot of creams and things like that. It's pretty similar to what we do in lab, where you measure out the base and measure out the active ingredients and mix them together and put them in a tube. They do have a lot of cool devices and things to play around with that we obviously don't get to see in lab, and that was pretty interesting. The P4 student also has 2 assignments a week for this location. One of them is a drug info that has to do with some sort of hormone, so it'll be estrogen the first week, and then progesterone, and then testosterone, and then whatever. So that you can learn more about, that's pretty much all of their business is hormone replacement, so you can learn more about the individual hormones. And then every other week he also has a case study about, like, this person comes in with these symptoms and these are their lab results, what would you do? And so it's either 2 drug infos or 1 drug info and 1 case study per week. And it was really informal, just go into the back room and present it to Justin, the preceptor. It looked very reasonable. And the preceptor that I was also assigned to is actually the owner. So he had a lot of additional responsibilities that a normal pharmacist wouldn't. There is one pharmacist there that is just sort of like a CVS retail pharmacist, does that sort of stuff, the normal non-compounded prescriptions. And then when the prescriptions are compounded, they file those away, and she does like the selling aspect of it, kind of. He has more of an administrative position. So he does take all the prescriptions that come in and finds a formula for them, for the compounded things. And if there isn't a formula, there's like thousands of formulas in their computer system. But if there isn't a formula for it, then he has to write up a formula for it and do all the calculations and things like that. But for the most part, there's a formula in the system, and it'll automatically calculate all the weights and things that you need. I think I would like to do a rotation here. I thought it was very cool. The people were super nice. It just seemed more fun than CVS. You don't have to deal with insurances, because insurances mostly aren't going to cover the compounded products. You don't really have to deal with patients as much either. You can be in the front, but I think I'd prefer to just be in the back and making stuff, which was really cool. It's like cooking, but with drugs. It's awesome. I would suggest it. And I think that's it. Thanks.